Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Jake Makes. Today we are going to be making us some Batarangs. Yes, we're going to be making some Batarangs, those slick, black, awesome looking bat-shaped shurikens that Batman uses with such deadly effect, despite the fact that they are absolutely lame weapons. Allow me to demonstrate. So you're out, like, walking in a dark alley, like Batman does, when suddenly you see a villain. Logically, you must use your Batarang, because how else are you going to get him? I mean, you could run up and get him or shoot him, which would make the most sense, but Batman doesn't use guns because he's stupid. Instead, he uses these things. Why is this so ineffective? Because this type of shuriken is only deadly on two sides. It is only sharp, it is only lethal, potentially lethal on two sides. If your rotation is off, it's gonna slam on the back. And guess what? That is not sharp. Well, I guess, and I think on some variants, it is sharp on the top. Well, what the heck? To actually penetrate and cut anything, the force has to be put onto one small point. For instance, if this thing flew at me and stuck me right here, all of the force put into this, all the weight, all the momentum, is transferred onto one tiny little surface. That is what makes it penetrate. All that force transmitted over one large portion of blade, guess what? It loses all its energy in that large surface area, and it's not going to be effective at all. Technically, it's sharp here, it's sharp here. Look, I'm sorry, but on a yielding target, something human wearing clothes, it's simply not going to work. If that slams in, look, it's only going to penetrate about this far. Yeah, that half an inch. Super deadly right there. The only way this thing is slightly effective is if it hits on this side or on this side, which means if your rotation is off, you're going to slam here and slam here, making the villain laugh. A shuriken is meant to have multiple sides. This shuriken has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Basically, that means any way you throw it, it's going to stick with 4 inches of blade. Even if it sticks right here, guess what? You've got 2 tiny points transferring all that force. That means that's going to be much more potentially lethal sticking into somebody than something like this. What do you think would be more deadly? Something with blades on all sides or something with blades on 2 sides? Now here's an idea. What if instead of having one singular, really lame Batarang that can only really do damage on 2 ends, and if it hits this end, or most of the times if it hits this end, it's just gonna like bounce off and fall to the ground. What if, instead of this lame piece of junk, you had one that looked like a bat-shaped object for whatever reason, but instead of being just one lame thing, when you threw it, it shot out into a 3-blade... Open up, you stupid thing. What if instead of just being one really lame Batarang, it opened up into a tri-bladed, mean killing machine? That would be a vast improvement. Now what could you make Batarangs out of? Saw blades. That would work. all the Batarangs made, so now let's work on connecting them together to form one tri-bladed shuriken, instead of those singular lame things. I'm going to have to start out with a small hole and work my way up to a big hole because this is a fairly hard metal. Okay, to connect these things together, I'm going to use a nickel silver pin I have, and I'm just going to stick that through the hole. And I'm going to cut it down and pin the ends over just tight enough to where it holds it together, but they're still able to spin freely. There's probably a better way to do this. I don't know, maybe a pop rivet or something. Some sort of machine screw would probably work pretty well. But this is all I have right now, so I'm going to try to use this, and maybe if this doesn't work, I'll go and buy something like that. Okay, that thing actually worked pretty well. It is able to open up without pretty much any resistance, and there's a little bit of play in it, but you really have to have that for it to be able to swing open just with the spin. So this thing should be able to, when thrown like this, because the pivot is up here and all the weight is down here, the centrifugal force, I believe it's called, should spin all three blades out like this when it is thrown, spinning through the air, so that when it hits whatever it's hitting, it'll stick on one of the 3 points. That's what it should do, in theory. We have yet to see if that's what it will do in practice, so let's test that real quick. I'm just going to spin it in the air and see if the blades open up. Okay, so I'm losing my voice. Like, for real, I'm losing my voice. This is silly. Appears to be working, so now let's take some real shots with it and see. Okay, sometimes it's not sticking, not because it's not hitting blade, but because there's so much added weight to this thing. This thing weighs 3 times what the other ones weighed, so that it has to really, really hit it well to stick in and stay in that. But it is hitting blade every time. Alright guys, that's about all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and write me a comment, tell me what you think I should make next. See you guys in the next project. JK.